You know you're in the wilderness when you see a tuft like that.
When you see a little tuft.
When you see it, a little tufty.
It's a tough one. All right.
Fuck.
Hey everybody, welcome to the PJC cast, also known as the Project Koozie Crew, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name is Dane.
And I'm Jimmy.
And I'm...
Oh yeah, no, we have a guest today.
Yes, me. Hi, I'm
It's
Abel.
Abel, the house cat. Hi, Abel. Generally, cats don't like water as much, but you seem pretty cozy in the hot tub.
Roasty toasty.
Yeah, well, I mean... I'm one of those rare Norwegian forest cats who's used to water.
Sure. A lot of your diet consists of smelt.
Mm-hmm. And tufts.
Cats do like eating grass, so...
Yeah, and then they barf, and it's not cute.
That's not a cute part.
No, it's
of
not
a cat.
cute.
Please don't barf in the tub.
I mean, we can't stop you or
We
anything,
can't stop
but,
you. You're
know.
a cat.
There'll be a significant warning if you've ever seen a cat get sick.
You have just enough time to pick them up for them to barf in your hands.
No.
Yeah, they're like, not on the rug. And you throw them.
Toss them away. But thank you for coming in to the tub today to do some Would You Rathers. I hope you have fun. We're going to do Would You Rathers now. Okay?
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Are you asking permission?
No.
Are you sure?
It's like a hypothetical okay. Like
On this
Much like the
hypothetical
would you
autumn
rather
evening.
questions.
That's right. It's all true. Our first Would You Rather comes to us from Steph in El Cerrito and Stephanie Ed specifically.
Hey.
Long time.
None other than.
Long time, first time. No, just long time. Good friend. Stephanie Ed asks, would you rather be able to identify every smell or identify every sound, even if you haven't smelled or heard it before?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
This is a good one. Because I'm gonna level with y'all.
Okay. I'm flat.
I used to be very proud of my sense of smell to a degree of where I would like fight people. Not physically.
Nose to nose.
Nose to nose. Where I'd be like, oh, that's cumin.
Fucking.
So,
It's
like,
an easy one.
the smell version of that, so Raven's predicting the future face.
Right,
Like,
exactly. That's so Daneven is what it was. And yeah, so I'd be like, oh no, this thing is this smell, and people would be like, no, I'm pretty sure it's just lavender. And I'm like, no, you're wrong.
you don't know the smells, okay?
I know.
I love this sassy fucking past Dane. No, fuck you. My nose is king.
I wasn't, I've never been terribly prideful or like, I don't know, like needing to be correct. But for some reason, smells just made me be like, everyone, I got this.
This
So,
is my
like,
thing.
This one I have.
If you're cooking with someone, are you hypercritical of how the spices are working together? Or are you
No,
more excited about the food aspect?
I would
or-
definitely be more excited about the food aspect, but I would be under the impression that I could pick out everything they put in there.
Blindfold me. Quick.
I don't know. I didn't see anything. Quick, blindfold me and put that soup under my nose.
It's salt.
The best spice?
I mean, yeah. Who are you trying to...
Oh, before you go, Abel, we do need to ask you for your worst pizza, and we'll explain that later. But I just don't want to forget, so I'm saying it out loud now.
Okay.
Everyone in the
Okay.
podcast, I'm not cutting this part out or anything. Just remember.
Everyone out there in listener land.
Yeah.
This is a lot of suspense you're giving to
It's gonna be great.
pizza.
It's our new favorite thing to
Game.
do. Our
Okay.
game.
All right.
Came up with a game.
Bring it.
But I don't know if I'd want to know everything I heard.
Okay.
Why? What are you worried about?
Death, murder.
But would it be that vague? I feel like it'd be more specific. It'd be like a knife in a man
I don't want to know that.
on your fucking heads-up display. It shows up.
Just pops into your brain. That's a specific Bowie knife into someone's back.
That's a 1947.
Am I supposed to be afraid of pizza after this survey, or?
Oh, do you want to do the pizza now?
Well, no. I'm just like listening to your banter, trying to decipher what's happening.
All right, let's
We-
interrupt this regularly scheduled Would You Rather.
Yeah.
For the pizza game.
For the pizza game. Because
Okay.
we really like the pizza game. And then we'll go back to the Would You Rather.
Okay. Yeah.
We went from the pizza back to the Would You Rather and didn't tell you.
Kept
And I
you in
think-
suspense.
I think that's where you got confused.
As a cat, I'm gonna knock this water glass off the table.
No!
For the confusion you're causing.
All right, so the rules of the pizza game.
The pizza game.
You gotta make the worst pizza. Mm-hmm. A pizza consists of a crust, a sauce, a cheese, and a topping. Mm-hmm. But all of those things can be very loosely defined.
Okay.
We had a crust that was a brick of top ramen dry, for instance.
My brother sent me one. He said it is pan dulce.
What the fuck?
It's a Mexican bread.
Is it
Yeah, dead
bad?
bread.
No, it's delicious.
Okay.
Sweet bread.
But it's a little sweet. And then the sauce is toothpaste.
God.
The cheese is Roquefort. Mm-hmm. And the topping is grapefruit.
It's not good.
The best part of waking up is grapefruit on your pizza invention.
Toothpaste, pan dulce thing. So thank you, Spencer, for that.
So you can answer now. You can think about it if you want.
If you want to think
It's
about
up to you.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
But those are the rules.
That's the pizza game.
Oh, okay.
But the would you rather, I'm worried about, because it's would you rather know everything you smell or be able to know everything you hear.
That smells like a terrible pizza.
That smells like toothpaste on delicious Mexican sweetbreads. But I'm afraid of hearing a murder and knowing exactly how the murder's happening.
You'd be the best detective, though.
No.
Like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Cute. Pika.
For a cat, you're really good at the Pika noises.
A cat's sort of a Pokemon already.
A cat is kind of a Pokemon. Now there are cat Pokemon, but also
Yeah. Abstract Pokemon.
yeah. Detective Pikachu would be able to.
I'm sorry, what?
What did I say?
You said...
No, no, we're on the train with you, but it's up to you to take
It's
us
up to
home.
you to
I really
get to
don't know
tell-
where you're going with this.
Detective Pikachu.
Chew. Cool.
Cute.
Chew.
Cute.
Pika.
Pika.
There you go. You played Smash Brothers before. Yeah. Would see the murder and then deduce, but as a listener person of murders.
Like murders to start happening all around you.
It's like Murder, She Wrote, but murder I heard.
You'd be like the guy from Psych, but sounds.
That sounds like Murder Investigation for Dummies. Murder, I heard.
This one time I heard a murder and I knew exactly how they were shot because I know every sound.
Did I help? No. I wasn't allowed past the caution tape, but I could tell you.
I can tell you. Listen to me. Also, I don't want to pass up your the psych of sound.
Yeah. It's like a Simon Garfunkel song.
It is the psych of soundness. What would be something that you wouldn't want to know if you heard it? Yeah.
Yeah, well...
Because if you chose that, would you
Well,
rather?
most things that happen at BART, I would rather not know what they are.
Public transportation is an iffy place.
Yeah, so I'm often hearing things in the background through my headphones, and I'm like, yep, nope, I'm not going to look around.
On the train?
At the platform mostly, but on the train's gotten worse and worse.
Yeah.
I keep getting on cars where someone's like, let's light up a joint in the back.
Just
do hotbox the entire car and make people cough and leave.
But if you knew every smell, then you'd know exactly what kind of weed they were smoking.
Well, if you see them doing this, you can kind of tell they're about to, like...
Sure, but now you know what kind is going in there.
That's true.
Instead
if I
of-
wanted to know the strain, or if I
Right.
wanted to...
It's like, oh, it's cheap? Oh. They're lighting
okay.
up on BART. It can't be great.
So you're lighting up a cheap joint.
I hate it more.
Yeah. The smells. See, I feel like you could use smells more to your advantage.
Really?
For like, to become a chef. Yeah.
Oh, to become a chef.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I thought you meant just in life. I was going to say, I don't know. I feel like the sound is just going to be more
Because, like,
useful.
sometimes when the question is, what's that smell, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
So...
What's that sound?
I'd prefer the sound so that I know if I need to run for danger or
Okay.
if it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you could work for the CIA. They use you as a super wiretap person.
As a hearologist.
as a listen exportee.
Ooh, French. Exportee. I don't know. Is it
Oui. No, I think listenologist is probably the more
listenologist? Yeah, that sounds very technical.
the more technical term. Yes. But man, what the government would make you listen to.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you just listen to tapes?
Just
and you're
tapes.
like,
Can
that's for sure
can I just work
aliens.
for a nature company instead? Do I have to work for the CIA?
I feel like the CIA would tap you and be like, listen.
And I'd be like, I know your tricks, like that one where they tap you on the opposite shoulder and you're like, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Man,
Gotcha.
that'd be wild. Okay,
Now
check
you
it
have
out.
to work for us.
Yeah.
We got
Yep.
you.
They just have you listen to space sounds. They're like, this was intercepted, or should we be worried?
Oh, my.
And you're like, nah, that's just space
You could
gas.
say whatever you want. You're like, the aliens told you that.
Yeah. We need world peace now. So get on it, CIA.
Oh, you could just... Oh. For a second, I thought maybe you could understand all language, but that's not how it works.
That's not how
No,
that works.
yeah.
I had a moment of extra excitement.
You're like, that's definitely a human. This human.
Now we have a running gag and truth about how I love to rob banks.
Jimmy liked to rob the banks.
Now, here's why I'm picking sound.
Ah.
But among its various utilities that I feel
Picking first.
far
Unprecedented.
surpass sniffing knowledge. I'd go up, I'd listen real good at somebody unlocking the safe,
Yeah.
and I'd be like,
Oh, that's a
that
number.
sounds a 32.
That's a 32 sound. Click. Because that's how safes still work, for sure.
Or if it's a keypad, I'd be like, that's a 9. That's the 9 again.
You know your touch tone.
The code for the safe is 3 9s.
999. Boop, boop, boop.
I'm going to move my money to a different bank.
You don't need Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu
Thank
on the
you.
case.
Thank you, Abel. I can't speak. Detective Pikachu. Man, I am just having a hard time. Did you guys know that Benedict Cumberbatch can't say the word penguin?
I did, and it's the best.
Can you say it how he says it?
Penguin?
Penguin?
But
Penguin?
it
That
gets
sounds
worse.
like a food dish.
It does.
Penguin.
Can I get an order of the penguin for the table? And then I'd really like to check out that soup.
It's a penguin soup.
It does get wilder though.
Because he gets worse. So he's doing a penguin documentary, like a la March of the Penguins, but not with Morgan Freeman, with Benedict Cumberbatch. And the first few times he's on board, but then it's like he's getting tired, or I don't know, because it's like
Penguin.
Penguin says at one point.
He does say penguin.
Can the title of it be Penguin Pargan? Penguin.
Penguin Dick Punger.
Of course it can. That's optimized for search. Hashtag Porgwin.
That ESO is crazy.
I think I am going to go for listening to, because I can kind of control it more. I feel like putting earbuds in, and so when I don't want to listen, I don't have to listen. But smelling is kind of always smelling,
Right.
Yeah. You'd have to lose a hand.
You'd have to like make yourself get sick or something so you couldn't smell.
And that's the other thing, is that when you get sick, your powers are crippled.
Ooh.
Right? And that's involuntary, and I don't want that. And I want to listen to space noise and tell them it's aliens. I want to do that. That sounds great.
It sounds great, right?
It sounds so great. So I'm going to do listening one, and I'm going to prove myself first as a capable and truthful human
How?
by going through tests.
Like what?
Okay.
They're tests. They're going to give me tests for my power.
Is this a sound?
No.
How about this?
Yes. I heard your mouth open up. It was very ASMR. And then, and once I prove myself to be trustworthy, then I'm going to lie my pants off and say there's aliens telling us that we need to be good to each other.
Well, his testing results came back real good, so he must be telling the truth.
That's how it works. What are you picking, Abel?
I thought I already picked.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Which one?
Because sound. Because
You need
there's.
to pick the hearing one.
Sorry.
Because, I'd rather be able to ignore the source of certain smells.
Oh, right. On BART.
But, public transit. All over San Francisco, I would say. Yeah.
It's not a good smelling.
Not a good
No.
smelling place.
Especially when it rains.
Is it worse?
Because then you know who's bathed and who hasn't, and how clean the sidewalks are.
Oh boy. All sorts of clues.
Yeah.
A real
Like
detective.
a real detective
Pikachu.
agency. Hey,
Penguin.
instead of
Detective Penguichu.
the next segment,
What?
can we just start a detective agency?
All right. I'll be the brawn.
I'll be
Because I'm the tallest.
the noir one.
Okay. Abel.
You're
the brains.
I'll be the brains, but also the decoy.
Oh, okay.
Just like luring people in, chatting them up, and then pulling clues out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without them even knowing it. You'll be the Columbo of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. But tell me. Pay to pack in Pikachu.
I wonder if any podcast has talked about Columbo more than us.
No. Our next segment is a little something we like to call Lonely Hearts. We're going to give you, the listener, and Abel here, 2 online personal ads. That was a very dramatic pause. 2 online personal ads. We're going to read them out loud, and then we're going to discuss whether or not we think these 2 people would fall in love. Who's going first today,
I
Jimmy?
think Dane's going first.
I'm going first.
Dane's going first.
Here I go. All right, this one is titled 32 Male for Female, Michigan. Have you considered van life? Want to consider it with me down by the river? Oh, this one is going to be a lot of government cheese in this one, I think. Okay, it goes. This could be either an amazing experience or a terrible one. Or it might be kind of okay, Mitch Hedberg fan here. Okay. Good to know. 5 years ago, I bought a small farmhouse in a small town near Ann Arbor/Jackson. I'm thinking that's in Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan? That sounds like a real place.
That's a place.
Yeah.
It's a place in the world.
It's
Okay.
down by a river.
I have hobbies that benefit from having the acreage, gardening, and pyrotechnics.
Oh, boy.
Imagine having pyrotechnics as a hobby.
Wow.
But I decided that it's time for new adventures. I'm thinking of selling within the next year or two. I'm mostly selling is because country life is
because
country life is kind of lonely. Moving back to the city, potentially with roommates, is an option that I'm seriously considering, and probably my most likely option. Oh boy. On the other hand, the adventurer in me says that van life may, in fact, be the way to go.
Is that in all caps?
No.
Okay.
But I'm reading it as such. But probably only if I can find a partner. There are a lot of ifs here, so I'm not exactly ready to take the leap. I have a few ideas. Maybe get a tall cargo van. The tallest version of the Ford Transit is 6'1" inside, which incidentally is my height.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
boy.
not ideal for doing jumping jacks. Just fitting right in there.
Is that something you'd ask the dealership?
Yeah.
Like,
Is this jumping jacksable? Install running water facilities, minimalist kitchen. I could always buy some empty land to still partake in my hobbies, perhaps with a shed/workshop. This guy loves slashes. They're all over
He
the
also
place.
loves land.
And he does love land. Partake in my hobbies, sled/workshop, and as a safe/backup place to park. Maybe throw some bicycles/scooters/motorcycles on the back?
I wonder if he uses the word slash when he speaks to people, because...
I sure hope so. Because he's a winner.
yeah.
Without the financial obligation of a mortgage/rent,
Oh my goodness.
we'd have the freedom to explore different jobs in different geographical regions. We could go on some pretty epic... I see. We could go on some pretty epic road trips, too. I've been wanting to spend more time out west. Maybe that's a way we can test the idea out before committing to it. Tongue out emoticon. That one? It's a...
P-face.
Yeah, the P face. It's a colon and P. But I think it would be fun to throw van interior design ideas around and start brainstorming.
Wow.
And that's the ad.
Boy.
An adventure seeker, to
An adventure
be sure.
seeker, a bored
Slash
human.
van enthusiast.
That's right. /land enthusiast.
Slash interior design enthusiast.
A minimalist kitchen. I think it's really odd to want to start up a relationship to go live in a van.
It's like you don't even know if this is for you yet, and you're
Yeah.
like, "But
Yeah.
come with me." It's almost like like you want somebody to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to
Do
do
you
this.
know how to do this? 'Cause
I
wanna-
watched this trash TV show called Married at First Sight. Are you guys familiar with this?
No, please
Familiar
tell
with
us.
shows
Okay.
like this.
So every 5 minutes, they'll re-explain the premise to you. It's an arranged marriage show. They meet at the altar. And at the end of the 6-week period, they can choose to either stay married or get a divorce. But this one couple that came on, the guy was living on a bus.
Oh, no.
There was no drama between the two of them. They were getting along great, and the show producers made it look like, oh, the bus, she doesn't like living on a space that's not like clean and
Sure.
whatever. And he keeps being like,
Or stable. Right.
all the confessionals with him are like, well, I was going to tell her about the bus today, but I couldn't find a perfect time, so...
Like tell her about that he lived on a bus,
That
or
he lived on a bus.
or that he lived
and
on the bus they were in.
He wanted
at
her
the
to
moment?
live on the bus with him, but then he got to know her and he's like, she's not living on a bus, but we need to go on a bus trip.
I'd probably live with her, but first we'll go on a bus trip.
Yeah.
And a bus trip that never ends.
The bus trip of our lives. My uncle says that the only way to really know somebody, to really get to know them, is to travel with them, get drunk with them, and shoot guns with them.
Oh.
Now, I really hate travel, but I'm pretty good when I'm doing it.
That's surprising.
But I'm not. Which one? Which part of what
The
I
travel
just said?
that you don't like it.
Really? I've told you this before.
You told me different parts of that.
Yeah,
I didn't know boiled down to just that you don't like travel.
I don't really like travel very much. It's not really my...
But you're good at it.
I'm not saying that I'm good at it.
Okay.
I'm saying that when I'm doing it, I will enjoy it
Okay.
to an extent.
He's very capable.
I'm a capable person. So, like, don't entrust me with tickets, maybe? But, like...
Dane will be the one that'll be like, I'll go fucking ask that person who does not speak English, because we're in a foreign country, how to get where we're going.
Yeah,
and you'll get the information somehow.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, you've hurt your foot. I'll carry the bags and you. Or turn our rolly suitcases into some sort of gondola. Like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll figure out how to get back to the hostel.
I want to see a rolling suitcase gondola.
Okay.
I want to see people fit into their suitcase gondolas. Would there be a weight limit, like those boxes they make you fit your carry-ons into?
No
Or
weight limit.
no weight limit.
This is an emergency vehicle, so all are welcome who have emergencies.
Emergency gondola suitcase. What?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's
You
got an
got it.
engine.
That was
All
all
right.
of it.
And there's an engine. Okay.
But traveling with another person's really hard. Like, it can be tough, and it can be trying, in my experience, on relationships. And to just jump right into it like that, to just be like, let's go out west.
Come out to my van down by the river.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe that's the smartest thing to do, though.
Oh, trial by fire.
Yeah.
Trial by fire.
Because then you're not wasting time. I don't necessarily agree that I want to do that, but it's a way to look at it.
You sell all your stuff and your first date is in the van, but it's married at first sight. So you can either choose to travel the country and practice interior van design or get a divorce.
It's very good.
Who do we have up next, Jimmy?
All right, so I got a real fucking shit knocker person.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Jimmy,
We're gonna go on a journey.
You're coloring our opinions of this person.
I don't. You'll be on the same page with me within one
word
or two sentences.
One word.
So 18, male for Redditor. Title is Anywhere. K, and then like a really fucking elaborate face. It's like the face is bracketed in parentheses, and it's got like eyebrows, and it's got bullet points for eyes, and it's got an underscore for a mouth. It's a serious fucking face. That's the title.
Oh dear.
The first line is him hitting the keyboard all crazy, like blah, 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 blah. And then he says, laughing at my title so hard, I need a new hobby. And then there's another...
Wait. Is his hobby writing titles? Because that's not a hobby.
I still don't even understand the title. Like,
He
I've
never
been racking my
graduated
brain.
college because he can't get beyond the title.
No. Professor, I've come up with the title for all the papers I'm going to write this semester, but it's the end of the semester and I didn't write the papers.
/ parentheses bullet point sideways 3.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
So he says, I need a new hobby, and then he has another elaborate face where it's like, they're all sort of anime faces, I think is the idea. This one has very high closed eyes and a nose that is equal.
Oh, the
greater
face
than size.
is the hobby. Making faces out of
No, I think he's just saying I need a new hobby, like I'm so boring. I think he's self-deprecating.
Okay, thank you. I was confused.
So then he says, okay, so I've been lurking for about a month, made a few friends here and there, but it eventually died off. I'm not picky about the person I want to talk to, but a small intro would be nice. Age, gender, where you're from, etc. Your English doesn't have to be that good. Don't worry, I appreciate the effort, At Europeans, it's an at sign, Europeans, P-face. No,
My person had a P face
a
too.
lot of commas. Every comma is separated by a space after the word for some reason. I don't know why. No period. And then he, after the P-face, says, if any of y'all want to rant, I'm your guy. New section. A little about me, colon. And then he immediately says, how DF do bullet points work, LMAO?
Okay.
And then the most elaborate face of all, which is like, it's like a face and it's got arms that are thrown, like flipping a
Whoa.
table.
Oh my goodness.
And the
Okay.
mouth is some sort of Russian letter.
Oh, I
Or it's
know
like,
this face
Yeah, I think I've
Yep.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it in my mind's eye now.
in your mind brain.
I'm an engineering student, parentheses, ew. I play League of Legends in my free time. I don't know. Like everything, he just hates himself. I don't know. I play League of Legends in my free time. I've tried other games, and I'm open to trying. But I'm worse than a monkey at first-person shooter games. You could even call me a bot. Intro bot. I play, and that's a joke, I guess, but like I don't get it.
Yeah.
I play a lot of sports. I play basketball. I'm pretty tall, so it helps. If any of y'all need help setting up your Christmas tree, I'm yo... ... LMAO, scratch that. I'm lazy as fuck, he says. But he said AF. There's a lot going on. We're almost done. I'll watch you do it while I drink my... And then in italics, he says, ice caramel macchiato. No periods, just
He doesn't
continues.
seem like a macchiato guy to me,
No, he
but
doesn't.
He really, it's the only thing italicized in the whole thing. My music taste is very mood dependent, so I basically don't have a music taste. Send me a cat picture and I'm automatically your best friend. I have a talent of replying on 0.4 seconds of seeing the message. I make a lot of dad jokes to the point I cringe myself out and just dig a hole and cry myself to sleep. Peeps from all countries, age, gender, species are allowed. Yes, I'm talking to you, helicopters. Y'all are allowed to. And that's the end. No, not a single period in this entire post.
wow.
Helicopters are loud.
They're people, I guess.
I was making a cringeworthy dad joke, and now I will go cry myself to sleep in
Peeps.
this hot tub /
With
peeps.
my iced caramel macchiato.
Sip. Okay, I don't know if this person is necessarily terrible as so much as they are 18 years old.
Yeah.
And that's a way to be. We all have to be that at some point, unless we die before we're 18, and then
Wow.
we don't.
Wow.
It's a comedy podcast, dude. Let's not remind you.
I'm just laying it down.
Unless it's
Jesus.
1852 and we die before we're 18.
There you go. See? Okay, you made it a better joke. Meaning you made it a joke. It's like you're a comedian or something. What I'm saying is that we've all been there.
We've all been monkey randoms.
We've all been.
We've all
monkey-
had a pea face.
We've all had
We've
a
all-
pea face. A pea face. And I think this guy is just trying to minimize caring about things to look cooler than he is. Because that used to be the thing, right? Being
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't care about this thing.
I think that's the thing that strikes
that's
me so much
embarrassing.
about this. It feels like somebody I would have known in high school, but that was a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I thought things, like trends had changed. But sort of acting like this, I don't know if it's the thing to do anymore.
No.
Even if you're 18, like, I don't know.
Perhaps
but
this
I'm not
18-year-old has become unstuck in time.
permanently, unironically ironic.
the most hipster that you can be, which is unstuck in time. No, I don't know. I don't want to care about this as much. I don't want to come off as uncool.
I
so.
zoned out for a second and thought of my pizza, but continue.
Tell us, what's your
Just-
pizza?
Okay. So it's pretty-
Wait, pause what we were talking about before. We're
Yeah.
going to the pizza game. This is an emergency session of the pizza game.
We're gonna come back and see if they fall in love. But first, pizza.
Pizza.
Okay,
Abel.
this is very unappetizing pizza,
Excellent.
but the crust is made of loose leaf tobacco ground up really finely
Sure.
and singed. I don't know
Okay.
how you would use like a thickening. Never mind.
To keep it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the sauce is gonna be pureed taro root.
Oh, gross.
And
Okay. Yeah.
then we need cheese and a topping, right?
Correct.
The cheese is gonna be cheese sticks, like the
Yeah.
string cheese.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But just like in stick form?
Yeah, no melting
Great.
at all.
Good.
Lazy pizza. Except for creating a finely ground tobacco meal for the crust, because that's labor intensive.
Sure.
And then on top of that, dust bunnies.
Dust bunnies.
Yeah.
That's quite the terrible pizza.
That's pretty bad.
Now, can I ask, where did some of that come from in our conversation? Because I don't see parallels to hardly anything that we talked about.
I'm an improviser.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just like van life.
Well, because I didn't
Tobacco.
understand the joke you guys were just making, and then I'm
so
like,
you were...
oh, pizza. What am I gonna say about my pizza?
Well, these two idiots are babbling on about whatever the fuck they're doing. I'm going to have productive time in my brain.
I mean, it's important to multitask.
It's true. It's good pizza. Thank you. I kind of want to come up with my own pizza now.
Okay, but think about it.
Okay.
While we think about if they will fall in love or not, and I'm thinking,
I don't think they will.
I think emoticon guy would drive van guy crazy.
Agreed.
Or maybe their crazy would balance out, but emoticon guy doesn't seem like he'd do well in the country on a van
no internet.
with a creeper that he just met.
I would agree with that for sure. I would also counter with, when is somebody going to go on a crazy van adventure with a stranger, if not when they're 18?
It sounds like the basis for another great reality show.
Now, I almost feel like Van Guy used to be our 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, found himself a little bit.
182 caramel macchiatos later.
And you're living
And he
in a
needs
van.
some peace and quiet because his heart's giving out.
Just too many pyrotechnics. Mm-hmm. I love that part of our
Fire and
first person.
caffeine.
They go together like high C and turkey.
I like the idea that amount of caffeine was like in a month's time.
Yeah.
Like
Too much macchiato.
too much.
Too much.
Too much.
I feel like 18-year-old would dig
It's 6'1", though.
Well,
Jumping.
the inside 6'1". The
Jumping
outside's got to be a lot
jack-worthy.
taller.
We need to find out how tall 18-year-old is to see if he can do jumping jacks in the Ford Tuft van.
I do know this, that the teenager is a sportsman. It does
Athletic.
the sport,
Lots
is
of jumping
athletic,
jacks.
and would love to do some jumping jacks. So on that level, I feel like they would find each other on a physical exertion level rather than
Okay, so let's go hunter-gatherer. I think Van Guy is gathering / decorating
Yeah.
role, and then Sports Guy is like hunting manic energy, running around the woods of Ann Arbor, Michigan.
yeah.
Scampering, capering.
Scampering,
Scampering and capering
cavorting, gallivanting.
that's what 18-year-olds do. But no, I don't think they would find love. I think that Monkey Banana is just too random for our hard-hitting planner of a pyrotechnic
Yeah.
life starter.
An explosion life.
Explosion life.
Yeah, so I don't think so. What do you think, people?
No, I don't think so.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Jimmy?
No.
Yeah, we're unanimous. Put a kibosh on this love.
Bad egg. What's the joke from that movie?
Nope, don't know.
The candy one?
Oh, Willy Wonka.
yeah.
And it's like, burp, burp, and then she falls down the chute.
Bad
That's
egg.
the one.
Bad egg,
She's
yeah.
a bad egg.
I feel sometimes like I'm going senile. Because I can't remember the name of anything.
Names are hard, Jimmy.
It's very funny.
Veruca Salt.
There you go. Our next Would You Rather comes to us from our good friend Brian in Big Town, USA.
Hey.
And this one's a journey. Brian's taking us on a journey here.
Okay.
Would you rather have a goblin that lives in your toilet, which follows you from bathroom to bathroom forever?
Brian.
Or a troll that lives in your house or apartment or car, wherever you happen to live.
Or van.
But you never see it. You never see the troll because it only comes out when you're asleep. Oh. So either a toilet goblin, it lives inside your toilet, or troll that when you wake up you're like, oh man, all of my laundry has been dumped out of my drawers, I guess. Like,
are they both
do?
mischievous?
I would say that goblins traditionally are more mischievous. Trolls are more grumpy.
I have questions, though. Is
Yes.
the goblin living in the toilet bowl or in the tank or in the pipes? Because if it's in the toilet bowl, I would choose troll because I don't want to look at that fucker's face every time I'm going to use the bathroom.
True.
Nasty.
It nasty, though.
It'd be a poop goblin.
It
It's not
loves
fun.
eating your waste.
Do you think that's what's going on here, guys?
Why
if
else?
it saves your septic tank, I guess, like you said, if it eats the poop.
Yeah. This could
might
be a new business.
Yeah,
an
this
enterprise.
could be good for the environment.
You'd like spray it with poopery first
to make it smell good.
to make it smell good.
I would say, like, I was definitely imagining it living in the toilet bowl, and I was also imagining you having to, like, converse with it to convince it to leave the toilet bowl so you could...
But what if you're about to pee your
Oh.
pants? That's
Right.
like a big old mess. And then toilet goblin, well, okay. Does toilet goblin have a living other than existing in your toilet? Like,
No,
do you have to
that's-
feed it?
that's
Do you
his whole
feed it
deal.
with fecal matter?
Yeah.
How does...
That was my thing. You're talking about convincing it, but I'm just like, it's down. It chose the toilet life because it wants to eat.
knows.
I would
Your
line a
doo-doos.
plunger with glue and put that fucker in the dumpster.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you'd kill it.
Well, no. If I would pluck it out of the toilet.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Now, it is magical, so it would travel to every toilet you use. So I'd imagine it, like, transports itself back to your toilet, since it seems to have magical toilet transportation.
You can't just get rid of it.
You can't just get rid of it. Mm-hmm. You gotta deal
But, like,
with it
what
somehow.
if you have house guests over? Was it only showing up for you, or do they have to be briefed on the goblin that lives in your toilet?
I think
that
they're
lives
gonna.
lives in your toilet. So yeah, I think they'd have to be briefed. I think you'd have to
Like,
have,
if you had your boss over for dinner, you'd have to tell your boss, hey, there's a creature living in my toilet bowl.
This is what you do. You write up a pamphlet, and you're like, this is something you need to know before you come into my house.
At your new hire date when you sit down with the...
I have what's known as a fecal goblin. It lives in my toilet, and his name is Barbital, which is... He named himself after the shaving cream, which I thought was kind of cute, as the owner of the toilet. But... Anyway, Barbital.
I'm picturing a pamphlet that's like a booklet size because you go into anecdotes.
You start fucking unfolding it like a like a fucking centerfold.
I just picture like a hospital style design where the front of it says, "What is a fecal goblin?"
How do fecal goblins affect you?
Get tested.
Do you have fecal goblin? We do.
And that's okay.
Here at PJC
Support
Studios.
groups every Monday night at 7 at the St. Peter's Church on Telegraph and Cross Street. I don't...
Cross Street here.
Cross Street here.
Santa Domingo.
That doo-doo goblin is a staunch Catholic.
It lives in your toilet,
Well,
but it also lives in the light of the
In
Lord.
the movie Dogma, there was a shit demon.
There was a shit demon defeated by Salma Hayek, I believe, in that film.
Sounds about right.
Dogma was the first movie where I was like, I get cinema. This movie, I get it.
Go on.
This is a deep film.
Go
They're
on.
doing very hard-hitting social commentary.
You fucking
with
smell
this.
the movie and you're like, this is the best smelling movie I've ever smelled.
I watched Dogma and I was like, this film has opened my eyes.
Remember the part where he was like, hey, you said we could fuck because the world's ending. That was
yeah.
a Criterion Collection? Hello?
And get this, everyone. God was a girl. Kaboomers out of my brain. Man, they really did it with that one. Alanis Morissette. She killed someone with her voice.
I just like when she's like, so why are we here? And Alanis Morissette just goes, boop.
Because I will it to be mortal, is what I took that to mean.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Smith made Geely.
Did he?
Yeah.
Kevin Smith made Geely?
I don't know
He
what that
wrote it,
is.
I think. I don't know if he directed it.
It's a bad movie. It's a
Very,
bad movie.
very bad film.
Anyway. Troll.
Yeah.
Lives in your house.
I like the idea that
You're
it's like...
asleep. What do?
You lift... Hold on. Wait.
You're asleep. There's a troll. What
I
are you
feel
going to
like
do?
there'd
It's
be
like
a whole
Santa.
separate pamphlet for having a troll issue.
Oh, for sure.
Because
You'd
then
have
if
two
you're
different...
constantly late to work because the troll has put your clothes everywhere,
That's true, yeah.
you'd have to put that in with your job interview, like reasonable accommodation workers' comp situation. You're like, by the way, I'm visited by trolls at night.
I have night trolls.
I have
It's
night
not
trolls.
night terrors. It's
That
night
just
trolls.
reminds
Night
me of the
moves.
episode of South Park with the underwear. No,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
But bigger, smellier, and like shifts the place where you sit on the couch.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you can't see it, but would you smell it? Because
You'd
trolls
probably
are supposed to smell really awful.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd smell it when you wake up.
Oof.
Because it'd linger
Oh.
around.
It's always just finished. Whatever it's doing when you wake up.
Yeah. The door is just like...
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my Foley. I also imagine... So the way I imagine the troll working is not necessarily like totally fucking up your life, but just like finishes the milk.
It's like
Or
a
like-
little small inconvenience. It's an
Yeah.
inconsiderate house guest.
Puts the remote in a different place. Uses your charger.
Yeah.
Like who
You
used
wake up to a dead phone.
Who used my charger? It was the troll. Who didn't
It was a troll, I tell you.
who didn't close the bread? Now my bread is stale because this fucking troll.
Well, it's only been it's
You
only a
can
little
solve
still. Like I
stale
could still
bread.
eat it.
you can still
I
eat
can still eat
yeah.
it. It's not
You
that
just
bad.
make it into toast.
You make it into toast,
and
but,
then it's okay that it's stale. It's just hot, crispy bread.
Yeah.
which is good. But maybe I didn't want toast this time.
What a lot of toast.
Wah, wah.
And I could have sworn I locked my back door. Now it's unlocked. Or you're just living with Dane. You know, either or.
Well, as long as it doesn't do things like let your dog out while you're sleeping.
Right.
Or
Maybe it
something.
does. Maybe that's that inconsiderate. And there's like a scrawled, sloppy note being like, it really wanted to go out.
It looked sad.
It looked so sad at me. I was pretty sure it needed to go pee. And it's like, well, troll, now I need to go find my dog.
I fed it a lot of bread.
I gave it so much bread.
Toast.
Toast.
Troll, that's not good for dogs. You
Troll.
can't just feed a dog a lot of bread. They're not ducks. Can't feed a duck a lot of bread either. They're not dogs.
I think we can all agree, and I think trolls would agree, dogs aren't ducks. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like I would be more annoyed by the inconsiderate troll and more entertained / delightfully inconvenienced by the toilet gremlin.
I mean, you do get to
Goblin.
crap on it. So it's like an inconvenience, but you get to show it how
It's
you
not,
feel.
It's not gonna like fuck with you.
No,
I don't think it would try and stick its like little bony finger up your little bunny butthole.
I didn't think about that, but now I will.
Yeah, I just sort of imagined it fucking mouth agape waiting.
Oh no! Like a
Then I
shit
would
pig?
choose troll. I don't.
Oh no! I don't like that.
Can you? Okay, so it follows you from toilet to toilet.
True.
What if you're at the club and you're really drunk? And you're like, oh my god, where's the fucking bathroom? And then you're like, have to deal with
Is
this
this
shit
every
goblin.
toilet you ever use, or is it just in toilets you own?
Toilets, every toilet you use, it follows you magically. Yeah.
I thought it just followed
Even
you
a
from
porta
house to
potty?
house.
Even the porta potty. So,
The only way you get around it is by fucking shitting in the woods.
no, because then it pops up out of the hole in the
It's
ground.
not a toilet.
You're
A hole in the
using
ground's not a toilet.
You're using it as a toilet.
If the loophole is that I have to shit in the woods, I don't think that's a very good
So,
loophole.
okay, then you get a van
Ah.
But the van has if the van has a toilet,
and you
it's a
live in
toilet.
Ann Arbor and you choose to shit in the woods.
And you've got a lot of access to amateur pyrotechnics, which is kind of
love
cool. I'm going to choose Shit Goblin, and I'm going to like bargain with it every time to get it to not be in the bowl for that couple seconds. Like, maybe I'll bring it Silly Putty and be like, here, play with this. Or I'll be like,
Eats it.
here's some tin foil, like, play with that. No offense, house cat Abel, but I kind of imagine it as kind of a cat.
It sounds like you're gonna clog your toilet by giving it all these
No, but
distracting things.
Treasures.
It's not going to take it with it. It's like, here, do that in the bathtub right here while I
not gonna-
use
But
the
that
facility.
violates
leave?
the always in the toilet rule.
It lives in the toilet.
Uh-huh.
I don't think
Listen, it's covered in shit. I don't want it to leave the toilet. Like,
Yeah, no.
I want to keep that shit contained. Quite literally.
it just lives in the toilet. It's not like a part one with the toilet. It's not a toilet goblin centaur, I guess is what I'm trying to
So
say.
could you tell it to go live in the garbage disposal, like in your sink?
Well, maybe you
To
could
punish it?
That's a trick.
maybe you could convince it to go over there while you use the toilet. Be like, hey, while I'm doing this, do you mind?
This
And-
goes back to that pamphlet of like, I'm late to work today because I had to convince my shit goblin to go play in the toilet. I mean, play in the bathtub.
Exactly.
I drew it a bath.
Which I would make. I would make those pamphlets. So I'm going to choose Shit Goblin. Abel, what are you choosing?
If the troll is only doing minorly annoying things that won't like ruin my day,
Yeah.
if
It's like a bad
I mean,
roommate.
like, if things get as bad as, like, well, they let my pet out into the neighborhood and now I have to go look for the pet, then I choose Shit Goblin.
Yeah.
But if it's annoying things like, oh, well, my phone is not charged, I can charge my phone.
True.
Yeah.
Minor inconveniences are not as bad as a shit-eating
Following
goblin.
you to every toilet
Every
you
toilet.
ever use.
I also find something strangely comforting in that you can always count on this goblin being there. Like, even when you're really alone and afraid.
What
maybe in a
if-
foreign country.
What if you have stomach issues?
Oh, dear.
It's extra exciting.
and you can't talk because you're having stomach issues.
That's true.
And then you're stuck in the bathroom with the shit goblin because you're like on the floor.
I'm still doing Shit Goblin. Sorry. I'm doing it. Jimmy, what are you picking?
Yeah, shit goblin all the way. I don't mind shitting on a thing. Yes. Y'all are like, how do I not shit on the shit goblin? I'm like, he chose this, not me.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
I'm choosing it right now, I guess, but
Someone put a curse on someone.
I feel like there may be a place for you on the internet then, Jimmy.
ooh, I said, well,
My bad.
I don't-
My bad.
I
My
don't
bad.
mind.
if a goblin is already there.
If a goblin insists on living in my toilet, I guess I'll shit on it, is all I'm saying.
And his hungry little mouth is agape and agog.
Or it's either that, because I imagine it's like its mouth like stretches to the size of the fucking, like it's just like a real stretchy fucking goblin I've imagined in my mind, where like he kind of like he doesn't show up, but like you lift up the toilet seat, and then he kind of like is like a Paper Mario of sorts, just like he encroaches from the side into view, and he's like,
hello, adventurer.
is it time for shit? And I'm like, yes, shit, goblin. And he says, oh, goody.
I feel like hippies could like bend this into like a green solution to wasting all that water flushing toilets.
For sure.
Instead
Good
of
for the
a
environment.
gray water system, you have the shit goblin.
Yeah.
That acts as a sewage tank.
Also, the goblin's green, probably. So
Probably.
in color. So they're like, oh, it's extra green because it's colored green.
Just like my compost bin.
Exactly. It's good because it's colored green.
I have a serious question for you. Where does the shit goblin shit?
Or do they just store it up? And then when they die, it all just...
maximum power.
It goes into the goblin's shit dimension. So that it can stay a sprightly little...
So if you fail as a shit goblin, are you banished to the shit dimension?
Where you just get everything you love in abundance.
Yeah, that's goblin.
Too
That's
much.
shit goblin heaven.
That's true.
Well, no, because then it's shit Christmas every day.
Shit Christmas.
Shit Christmas got the best of me.
Very good.
Toilet goblin bargain market.
You may go looking for the shit that you want, but it may not have the shit that you want. It may have an off-brand shit.
Off-brand shit.
So like grocery outlet.
Right.
Off-brand.
That's right. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
Because you sang the theme song.
Right. Shit goblin.
Jimmy, what's our next segment?
It's Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Hey!
This is the segment where we marry one thing, fuck a second thing, and kill the third thing. One and only one decision. Make it the right one. So we got a very thematic one this time. So we have, and I'm gonna reiterate the first one because I ran this by Dane and he didn't know what I was talking about.
I didn't know what the first one was.
But I feel like maybe you've seen it, but it's just you don't know. I don't know. So the first one is called The Christmas Toy, the movie The Christmas Toy. The second contestant, Toy Story, the movie. And the third is Small Soldiers, the movie.
Abel, have you seen any of these?
I've seen Toy Story.
Have you seen Small Soldiers?
No.
Do you know what Small Soldiers is?
Those little plastic army men that come with parachutes sometimes.
So these are all movies about toys that come to life.
Okay.
Here's
There you go.
here's the thing. So the Christmas Story is what a lot of people reckon.
The Christmas toy.
The Christmas Toy. I'm sorry. The Christmas Toy is what a lot of people reckon Toy Story kind of ripped off their plot from, because it's the plot of Toy Story. Like,
Okay.
like it fucking like. The toys, the kids leave, and the toys all fucking come to life, and they're like, "We're toys, and we can't let the humans see for reasons." And like, and it's Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie, and that's basically the whole fucking thing. But it's like, it's all charming, 70s era, 80s era, whatever Muppets, right? And
I have not seen this.
it's very charming.
Oh my, that doll is creepy. Oh god, she's the main character. Wait, is that's not a person, that's like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, and Kermit is involved in this?
I think he might be.
Well, he's
there's-
on the cover.
Yeah, no, here he is with Jim Henson and all the players and that creepy ass doll. There you go.
Thank you.
I think he's involved in some way.
Okay.
But it's old, and it's a precursor. Now, Toy Story we all know and probably love.
I do
Where
love Toy Story.
A toy is the plot of Toy Story 1. Like, Toy Story 1 holds up, kind of, but, like, when you look at it through a particular lens, Toy Story is about one toy just being a fucking dickhole to, like, a
true.
different
Yeah.
toy. and trying to manipulate everybody. And it's while it's beloved and famous, it's got which is sort of like, ooh, the main character's not very sympathetic. Uh-oh.
But he learns a lesson, Jimmy.
He learns a lesson, and then Toy Story 2 is significantly better, though much less beloved by fans, but more beloved by me. And then there's Small Soldiers, which I fucking love Small Soldiers so much.
So Small Soldiers was a movie.
Live action.
A live action film where these toy designers make two lines of toys. One is a military line of toys, and one is a monster line of toys.
The soldiers and the Gorgonauts.
The Gorgonites.
Gorgonites? Yes.
And so the soldier toys are like rough and tumble, guns and shit.
Yeah.
And are the good guys. And then the Gorgonites are like nature, monstery, bad guys, like abominations, right? And somehow the toy company gets their hands on like advanced microchips.
Military grade microchips is the plot.
For to code the voices, but it turns out they just brings the toys to life, and they're sentient toys.
And then the soldiers are actually the bad guys.
Guess what? The soldiers are the bad guys, and there's so many more of them, and the Gorgonites are the good guys, and they just want to find their land of Gorgon.
Of course they do.
Then there's a lot of fighting.
There's a lot
it's
of
got
like
Kirsten Dunst.
What?
And it's got David Cross in it.
Yeah,
what?
David-
It's fucking amazing. David
cool.
Cross plays a bumbling scientist
Who makes
unironically
the peace-loving Gorgonites. But my favorite part of this film is when the toys make their own vehicles and like weapons and stuff out of like garage shit. Household items, and like the soldiers like take all the Barbie dolls from the sisters' room and like put their own chips in the Barbie dolls and make them into soldiers.
Yeah. Oh,
and they're like
awesome.
all melty with like clothespins sticking out of their heads.
Like they
and
start
stuff.
attacking the humans, and
Okay.
the humans are not able to win this fight because they're shooting.
Phil Hartman's in this movie.
Oh, yeah, Phil
It
fucking
might be
Hartman's
his
in it.
last film.
Possible.
Anyway, it's a good movie. It's
Really?
fun.
Do you own it on VHS?
Yes, of course I own Small Soldiers. What do you think I
You know
am?
I have VHSs. We'll show you.
I'm kind of offended. I'm not offended.
You have two copies of Sister Act.
have
One of those
two-
copies might push out Small Soldiers.
copies of Sister Act. I may have 3 at this point. Who knows?
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So those are the 3. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna do? Ding.
Ooh.
I'm gonna marry Toy Story. Because it's a solid flick, and it may be about one dickhead toy being mean to one other toy, but in the end, it's about friendship. You got a friend in me.
And breaking the rules because for some reason they could show Sid they're talking.
It was the last ditch effort.
But
okay?
why aren't they allowed?
Listen,
otherwise?
listen,
I love Toy Story, but what
Listen.
the fuck?
listen. Shut up. So I'm gonna do that one. Toy Story also was, I think, the first CG film that I saw, and it really like blew me away. So I was very impressed with that. I'm gonna fuck Small Soldiers because I was in love with that movie. But then I watched it and I was like, okay, that was okay. It's like having a crush on somebody, getting to know them and being like, oh, that crush is done.
Going on a van road trip with them and then...
And then finding out that they only speak in emoticons. So I'm going to fuck it. Also, because of all the improvised toys they're going to bring to the table, which is always fun. With a fling. Like, just finding out.
Improvised toys.
That's right. Finding the limits. Finding where the walls are. Finding all the walls.
A ruler. Tape measure.
Yeah. What are the toys gonna do with that? I don't know.
Find out where the walls are.
Yeah.
With a stud finder?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm the stud. And the toys found me.
We found it.
It's me.
We're toys.
Pikachu.
Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. Now,
Reynolds, how did you get here?
Showed up in the tub. And then I'm going to kill whatever Muppets show it is because I've never seen it and I have no connection to it. And it seems like Kermit's only in it a little bit. And that doll toy is super creepy from what I saw on Google image search.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. Abel, what say you?
Definitely gonna kill the Christmas toy. The rest of the Muppets were cute, but that doll seemed like a main feature of the film. And no, just dead eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
Like a doll's eyes, yes. Yeah, so kill. Kind of in line with your choices, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, the small soldiers one sounds very fuckable just from like the excitement and like soldier Barbies. That sounds really awesome. And I don't know, yeah, like Toy Story.
Nostalgia.
Even nostalgia. A very pretty film.
It is. It's a gorgeous looking movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of and
It's
it's
kind of one you'd want to build a life with.
Yeah.
And they did. They made 2 more.
A fourth one is about to come out.
It looks pretty wild.
Does it?
The trailer brings into fucking... It brings toy lore into it. Like...
Oh, right, because
she makes a toy and
makes
it's like
her homemade toy.
kind of like stupid, I guess, because she just made it. It's not like a real toy, and it's like, okay, what the fuck are the toy laws? Like,
Yeah.
Toy laws.
It's
what constitutes a
wild.
toy? So the little girl in the trailer makes a toy
like a
little
spoon
out of
and
a
like some
spoon.
rubber bands and shit. She draws a face on it.
And the character's like, I'm not a toy. I'm a spoon. I'm made to be eaten with. Like, this is not who I am. It's some identity crisis
That
stuff.
reminded me of like there was a meme a while back of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, but it was hipster Ariel.
Yeah.
She had those big glasses, and she's like, I use forks to brush my hair. Brushes are too mainstream.
Perfect. Look at this stuff. Isn't it stupid? Isn't it just stupid?
I already saw all this stuff.
I already saw all this stuff. It's not neat at all. Jimmy, what do you
Now,
picking?
before I answer, Dane, do you have a pizza for us?
Right off the top of my head, I'm gonna say no.
All right, my answer's the same as you two.
Oh yeah? You're killing Christmas Toy too?
It's I remember liking it, but not as much as Toy Story or Small Soldiers even.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fuck Small Soldiers because damn.
Cause damn.
And Toy Story will always be there for me. Marry it.
Randy Newman.
You got a wife in me.
Okay.
I love Jim Henson, but that does not look like one of his
Yeah,
films.
it's not the standout one.
Yeah.
It's no Emmett Otter. Let me tell you that.
That's something I need to revisit because I believe I
Emmett
did
Otter
see
is
it.
very good.
I saw some outtakes from it that were
Yes,
very
that's
funny.
very funny. The Emmett Otter's not as funny as that, but
No?
it's nothing funny. Those river bottom boys, whatever it is.
Bread. A piece of stale bread.
Sure. What type of stale bread?
Something with some grains in it, like a 21 grain.
Ooh, like a long boy.
No,
like
no,
a
no.
oat nut 21 grains.
Yeah, well, like what I buy,
Yeah, but why?
but stale.
yeah.
So it's stale. The sauce will be bubble juice. No, it needs to be edible. It needs to be edible.
Like the bubble when you're blowing the bubbles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but-
okay.
Bubble gum juice. Like
What's
you
bubble
chew
gum
some
juice?
That
bubble
would
gum
take
and then you
forever to
drool.
create an entire sauce out of bubble drool. That would just ABC gum.
Oh no!
Already been chewed.
What have I done? Okay, no. Here's my sauce. Canned clam chowder.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, this
You
is a
happy
meal.
now?
This is a meal so far.
Progresso. What brand are we talking?
Progresso.
Progresso. Okay.
Lots of sodium in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got bread and chowder.
Yes. The cheese is going to be. Cheese is always tough for me.
Tough. There's not a lot
Cheese
of
is-
bad cheese.
Yeah, it's hard to find a bad cheese. I'm going to say cheese that was melted on top of chili cheese fries from Wendy's. So it's pre-melted,
peeled it
and
off?
I peeled it off of a chili cheese fry.
Does it still hold its fry shape?
Yes.
Okay.
Like there may be some potatoes stuck on there.
It might be some little chunks of meat, question mark? And then the topping for this bad boy will be butterfly wings.
So Dane, I just want
whimsical.
to reiterate here what you've created. You've created basically a clam chowder bread bowl with cheese on top and then a garnish.
Yeah, that sounds like a poor man's Top Chef dish.
Like I don't
You-
even hate it. Like
I mean, I wouldn't choose a super grainy bread for bread bowl, but it's all about the chowder anyway. I mean, who eats the bread?
I've kind of made shit on a shingle a little. I made a real,
Yeah.
a real meal.
With a potato bits and butterfly wing garnish.
yeah, the butterfly wings is just for prettiness.
Yeah.
Just to make it.
It's like you don't get that at Pier 39. No butterfly wings on
It's
it.
an edible garnish, but people choose to put it to the side.
That's correct. It doesn't add to the flavor, but it doesn't detract.
It's alive.
It's a,
It's alive.
It's trapped in the melted cheese.
No, okay, like you know those like old time, like you pull off the cover to reveal the dish. This one, butterflies would fly.
with a couple of their fucking wings stuck there, being like, "Help!"
Some of them are just in the soup like this.
All right, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you, Abel, the house cat, meow meow, for coming in and having a crazy old time talking about poop goblins.
Yeah.
Abel, what do you got going on in the world?
To be perfectly honest, not a whole lot.
Okay.
Just work and Spanish classes, but
See, El Gato.
to celebrate having a new job where I don't have to commute to the city. Let's see, not this coming Friday, but the Friday after, I might celebrate by doing a show locally.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't have any details right now.
Sure.
Yeah,
So this would probably be the 26th
the 26th.
of
yeah.
April.
Yeah.
But Abel, you are a stand-up comedian in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for Abel out in the world, wherever he does comedy in the world.
In the world.
We are the world.
We are the future.
Do you have
funny.
Instagram or...
I have a YouTube channel.
A YouTube
If you
channel, there you go.
Yeah, if you want to check out some of my stand-up videos, just search Abel at Milk Bar or Abel at Neck of the Woods, and it'll pull me up.
and there you go.
So there's some stand-up, and then there's an unofficial voice acting demo
Oh,
buried in
fun.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your talents with us today on this balmy autumn evening. If you have any would you rathers for us, you can send them to the PJCcast at gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. We'll take your would you rathers any which way you serve them to us. Whether that's
If you give it to us,
on
it
a-
will come.
if
And by it, we mean Dane and I. We're horny boys.
we're horny boys for would you rathers. Even halfies.
Especially.
Oh dear. But yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on all the places at the PJCcast. So search us up, leave us a review, share us with your friends. It's a good fun time. Jimmy, give us one pizza to go out on.
All right, my pizza is the crust is that we release every Tuesday.
Okay.
The cheese
The sauce.
or the sauce is thank you Jordan for the theme song.
Okay, great.
The cheese is thank you Brad T. Jonas.
Yes.
For our picture, and the topping
Uh-huh.
is me, nude, wearing only a sash. I'm not all the way nude,
Okay. Fair
but
enough.
I'm
Is it like a Miss Universe sash?
yes.
Okay.
It's covering nothing. But I am
even a
a
nip.
dish.
Not even one nip is covered.
What is the thing people? I'm a snack. That's the thing.
Jimmy the snack as a topping.
Yeah.
Episode title. Okay. For another week, my name is Dane.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Abel.
And have a good night and get home safe.
Hey, here's a link.
Here's
I'm a
link
shit
for
goblin.
ya. I'm a shit goblin. Listen to my podcast.
What do I do 99% of my day? I listen to podcasts because I'm just stuck in this
Just
turlet.
I'm picturing the goblin with little earbuds just kind of waiting for you to come home and relieve yourself.
Waiting for the telltale sign
But
of
do
a door
you give it a
creaking.
playlist to listen to, or does it come up with something to do on its own?
I mean, I'd imagine it found one of my old phones or an old iPod.
It's the first iPod that can connect to Wi-Fi.
And it's pirating our Wi-Fi, and it just listens to 99% Invincible. It listens to, I don't know,
Easy listening music.
easy listening music. It listens to Serial on repeat, just over and over again. And then it's like, oh, the shitter's home. The shitter's home.
The shitter's home.
Oh dear!
Hey, yes, the shitter.
Oh, the shitter!
Woo!
I'm so excited. I'm getting some shit.